you didn't know, former LA Lakers forward Metta World Peace has a Filipino son. His name is Jeron Artest, and he was in the country recently to play in the NBTC National Finals. Now, we caught up with Geron to ask about his thoughts on Pinoy basketball as well as the possibility of playing for the Philippine team.
The recently concluded 2019 NBTC tournament saw the best high school basketball players in the country compete with top prospects from all over the world. Among the visiting players was Jeron Artest, the son of NBA champion Metta World Peace, representing the Fil-Am Sports USA Club. The 18-year-old 6'3" point guard was raised by his Fil-Am mother, Jennifer Palma, and grew up with a Filipino household in Queens, New York.
I'd say I'm pretty Filipino. I grew up with going to Thanksgiving and Christmas potlucks, eating pancit and kare-kare and everything you could think of.
Back in the States, Geron led the Bella Vista Prep basketball squad to the 2019 Grind Session World Championship in AAU basketball. In the finals, Geron scored 21 points while showcasing lockdown defense on LaMelo Ball and Spire Academy.
I definitely say I pride myself in my defense because I just want to win, and a lot of teams are missing that piece that defends the best player on the other teams. Right now, a lot of teams have their point guard or shooting guard as their best player, and so that's my position, and I have the pride to defend those players and lock them up, try to keep them under 10, just win the game for our team.
In the NBTC, Geron was impressed with the level of competition as he played against the best young players in the country, including UAAP champion Kai Soto.
I think it was really fun. It was cool to play alongside them. Kai Soto, I see a lot of potential in him when he starts developing because he's only 16, right? So I think he should be really good. I think people are right that it is definitely the future of Philippine basketball. There's really high-level competition over there.
According to Geron, he plans to continue pursuing an NBA career while remaining open for a chance to suit up for the Philippine national team as he hopes to represent his Filipino heritage on the global stage.
I definitely take that opportunity, the chance I get it, to represent the country because whenever I say I'm Filipino and then I say I'm black, and it's both such a major part of my life. I'm very proud to be a Filipino because it's just a great bloodline. We all work very hard. Hey, thanks for supporting me this past week. You'll definitely see more of me. I hope to represent the Philippines one day.
So, Jai, what do you think, Jeron Artest, possibly national team?
Why not? And yung gusto ko sa kanya, he embraces talaga na Pilipino siya. He says that he is Filipino. He doesn't deny it, and looks like nag-enjoy siya dito.
6'3", and it's rare that you see a young player, yung sinasabi na they want to be a lockdown defender.
Yes, and if your dad is Metta World Peace, of course you're gonna have that attitude, seeing him play, locking down everybody from the point guard, kahit big guys, and just the attitude. I'm sure mamanahin niya yun sa airpods niya, yung tenacity, tapos Pilipino pa siya. Baka puro talaga rumble na yung Gilas.
Hindi naman. Intense lang.
Okay. Sorry.
But I think people understand na, syempre, ang pangarap ni Geron is, make it to the NBA like his father. Now, from what you've seen, 6'3", he plays guard. He takes pride in his lockdown defense. We see that he has an outside shot. What else should he need to do to improve his chances of making it to the NBA?
I think priding himself that he is a defensive player, malaking bagay yun, especially at this time, yung age group niya, because everybody wants to be that scoring point guard, the shooting point guard, and the dynamic point guard. Now, if you have somebody like this guy who can lock down everybody like that, teams for sure are gonna look at him. Pero yeah, just be consistent on the jump shot. I think that's the most important tool a guard should have in the NBA.
That's a great toolkit.
Yes.
You have defense, and then you hit the three, and then you have, you're the son of Metta World Peace. So, kumbaga, kagat na kagat ka sa depensa.
Oh.
It kind of separates himself from, let's say, Jalen Green is a unicorn. I mean, that's a really super special player. But I think pag, let's say, among guards, kailangan may calling card ka eh. And maybe, you know, he has that nice combination of shooting, defense, and attitude.
Bagay na bagay with the Philippine style of basketball, yung talagang matigas, tapos gusto ng contact. And, you know, of course, we're a small country. And the three-point shot should always be there. So good luck to him going to the NBA.
Do you envision maybe in the future you can have a Jordan Clarkson and a Jalen Green and a Jeron Artest in our national team?
Yes, then maybe. Who knows if Kayo's ready by that time? That would be a very exciting time for Philippine basketball.
I think when people look at Jeron Artest, you know, they get excited na parang baka ito na talaga yung parami na ng parami, yung kids who are parang built to dominate, built for the international game. And how do you feel about yun nga, we're discovering more and more young players all over the world who can play for the national team?
Well, I think the talent and the love for basketball, nandyan talaga yan for Filipinos eh. It just so happens na itong mga batang to, they had the opportunity na lumaki sa ibang bansa kung saan mas mataas yung level ng competition. You know, the standards of nutrition and training are really first world. And it's just really so fun to see these guys. They want to come back here in the Philippines and represent the country. Pero ako talaga gusto ko makita yung batang galing dito sa Pilipinas, parang si Kai, na lumaki, tapos pumunta doon at doon naman sa NBA maging dominant player.
It kind of reminds me of you when you were young, diba? Lockdown, no?
Lockdown offense.
Lockdown offense. Yun lang ang gustong gawin. Shoot lang ng shoot.
Of course.
Jairez, thank you for helping us out today on The Score.
Yes, thank you very much.
This has been The Score. I'm Miko Halili. You can also watch The Score on the iWant app for free. And we leave you now with a cut of the latest Vince Adventures episode where Vince Velasco meets a brave lady who will run in the world's coolest marathon. We'll see you all again on Monday.
Today on The Score, we meet a fearless woman who will be the first Filipino to run the North Pole Marathon. This year, the Filipino flag will be raised in the northest part of the world by a Filipina. And that is by 39-year-old multi-sport athlete Joyette Jopson. Conquering marathons and triathlons has been Joyette Jopson's life for the past 13 years. But this year, her will and athleticism will be challenged in the harshest conditions of the Arctic.
The running is the least scary part, right? Because that's familiar, and I've done several marathons, right? So I know the actual marathon training. Obviously, I can't simulate the conditions there. So the best I can do, I imagine running on snow is running on sand. So I ran on sand. I do a lot of trail runnings. I do a lot of strength work as well.
Because she'll be running 42 kilometers at the extreme 89-degree latitude of the North Pole.
I really like facing new challenges. I've never done marathon in such an extreme environment, so I'm very challenged by that. I'm inspired by others, obviously, that have also accomplished a lot or in their fields, and I also want to be able to do the same.
Joyette will be joined by other representatives from Japan, Vietnam, and Hong Kong on April 19 for the world's coldest marathon. Aside from conquering the North Pole, Joyette's other goal is to also inspire other Filipinas to reach for their dreams and never give up on their aspirations.
I hope being the first Filipina to run the FWD North Pole Marathon means paving the way for women, inspiring them to also, you know, conquer their own North Poles. And I hope they also find the courage to conquer their fears, overcome extreme challenges, and really live life, bring out the best of themselves.
Hey guys, I'm 3D Ravenna of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Thank you for watching The Score. Don't forget to subscribe to ABS-CBN Sports YouTube channel to be updated with the latest games.